This was the worst movie of all time. Wait, hold on. Oh, that's the wrong script. This is my script from my last video about the movie Anora. Oh my god, whoops. That's my bad.
Stop playing games and review my movie at once.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Nosferatu. Right away, sir. You're a man in 19th century Germany, and you recently got married to a gorgeous woman by the name of Ellen. Now, although she talks in her sleep, and she occasionally says strange things to you, you want to be able to provide for this beautiful woman. So of course, like any man of this time, you endure the mental suffering your boss inflicts on you, and choose to take the most unappealing sounding journey of your entire life, as you are sent to convene with a strange figure by the name of Count Orlok, who resides in an old castle in the land of Transylvania. The Count wishes to purchase a property in your hometown of Weisberg. Before you depart on this journey, you think it best to set your beautiful wife up at a friend's house so that she is well looked after. You part with a kiss, and you depart on your way to an economic opportunity you will wish you never took. On the way to the castle, you notice the sun taking its leave, and so you decided best to stay at a nearby inn. I imagine this inn is 5 stars by the standards of the 19th century, but by today's standards, not even animals live in these conditions. At this inn, you encounter the traveling folk, a strange folk who point and laugh at you as if you were dressed as a clown. But you don't mind them too much, since you know you're dripping with 19th century German swag, their loss. You somehow manage to fall asleep in this suspicious den of characters, yet your sleep is quickly interrupted by an unclothed woman riding on the back of a horse. Although you may think this a happy dream, this idea quickly fades as you realize that some weird ritualistic shit is about to go down. You follow this crowd of strangers to a gravesite where the man who had previously laughed in your face impales what appears to be a demon lying on the ground. You can't help but plead for this nightmare to stop, and it does. It was all just a nightmare. Or was it? With no time to reflect, you gather your sanity and belongings and embark on your journey to the castle of this mysterious figure you have business dealings with. Upon arriving to the castle by way of a most mysterious carriage that almost seemed to float to its destination, you are met at the front door by a tall apparition of a man who beckons you into the castle. You follow the strange man, and it is Count Orlok. He talks strangely, and he is quite ominous, but somehow to you, this experience still feels worth the financial security you will be able to provide your wife. As you suffer the Count's extreme creepiness and annoyingly loud asthma.
Hey, what's that smell?
You try to soothe yourself with some of the food he has provided you, but as you begin to slice yourself a piece of bread, the knife slips and you slice your finger. The Count's eyes light up like fireworks, and he offers you comfort by the fire. You chalk up his perceived euphoria at the sight of your injury as really his fright for your health. You awake near the now smothered fire in a confusion as you don't even recall falling asleep. The room is filled with sunlight and the Count is nowhere to be seen. You search and call out, and the Count is nowhere near. Making your way through the castle, you stumble upon a hand mirror and feel it necessary to use it to inspect the feeling that has been nagging the skin on your chest since you awoke. To your horror, your heart sinks, as there is a mark resembling a bite upon your chest. Clearly this was from the rats, you think. With the stress of this situation adding up, all you can think about is getting back to your beautiful Ellen. But you must first complete the deal with Count Orlok. You convene with the Count in a dark, dimly lit room to sign documents to confirm everything. This signing, however, is quickly interrupted by the Count's interest in a trinket with your beautiful Ellen's picture in it. He asks for you to hand it over. Whether it was fear, confusion, or lack of thinking altogether, you hand it to the Count. He then proceeds to sniff it. All I gotta say is you're not getting that back. The Count reaches for a chest and brings out a sack of coins and pays you handsomely. And so you proceed to sign the mysterious document that is in the language of the Count's supposed forefathers. Now that the money is in your pocket, and what you assume is a confirmation of sale sign, you tell the Count you wish to depart to your beloved wife. The Count argues you to stay, and you can't help but plead, and now the Count demands you to stay. Your will is weak and is easily overpowered by the Count. You will stay one more night. You sleep what you believe is once more in this dreaded castle, but it is eased by comfort and hope for your departure the following day, when the sun arises. This comfort, however, is quickly shattered when you are awoken in sweats and confusion. You arise and you are confronted with another addition to the bite marks upon your chest. Your heart beats with ferocity and pure adrenaline. Something is not right. You have to leave. And so you get up and make your way, stumbling and tripping through the castle, looking for an exit. All that is going through your head is how you have to get back to Ellen and how you must end this nightmare at once. And so you make your way outside the castle, but to your detriment, the castle doors are locked tight. There has to be an exit, you think. And so you take a beat, and then your eyes meet another door. Perhaps this is an exit. You take a formidable sized rock from the ground and smash away at the door's lock. This must be the exit. But as you enter, the idea that this is an exit quickly dissipates as you make your way down the stairs into a room only lit by sunlight peering through the windows. And at the end of the room is a curious object that you can't quite seem to make out. You make your way cautiously to this object, your curiosity draws you in, you can't help but want to look, and as you get closer, it is unmistakable what this is. A tomb. It is covered in intricate, complex, possibly ancient engravings upon its structure. Your curiosity is not yet satisfied, and so you begin to slide the top from the tomb. You need to look inside, and slowly that top slides off. Your heart is pounding in your chest. What might you find? As the top finally slides off, you are confronted with the face and body of none other than the Count, horrifyingly fast asleep in the tomb. Your body's first reaction is to leave, run as far as you can, but your mind stops you. Is it that curiosity once more? You then remember your dream and how the traveling folk dealt with that demon that lied upon the ground. Maybe you could do the same. Maybe you ought to do the same as they did. And so you muster a bravery against the fear and grab a pickaxe that lay near your feet. All it takes is a strike, and you will slay this demon as the traveling folk did. And so you raise the pickaxe in the air, determined to put an end to this nightmare. You take a beat to make sure your swing will be strong and true. And with the backing of all the frustration, fear, adrenaline, and anger experienced on this trip, you swing the pickaxe down into the demon Count Orlok that lay in his tomb. This, however, was a grave mistake. The Count awakes from his slumber, grabbing the pickaxe with ease and tosses it aside like it was a feather, and rises from his tomb and stands in what feels an impossible stature. You are face to face with a predator you can't defeat. And so you do what anyone would do in this situation, and you run and run. But as you run, you are not alone. Chasing you are Count Orlok's hellhounds. You run faster and make your way to your room and shut the door and lock the hellhounds out. Safe at last, you think. But as you sit on the other side of the door in your perceived safety, something comes over you. You can't help it, but you arise to your feet, and your hands begin to unlock the very door that you just closed. You are possessed. Possessed by the demon Count whom you tried to strike. Surely this is it. Death has come for you. Count Orlok enters your room, and the origin of the bites are revealed as the Count restrains you and in the most grotesque fashion begins to feed upon the area of the mysterious bites. As he does this, your wife flashes through your head in the most disturbing way, all a part of Count Orlok's torment of your soul. In combination of your rapid blood loss into the Count's belly and pure fear, you pass out. But to your surprise, you survive this night of terror. But this relief you feel is quickly shattered as you find yourself surrounded by Count Orlok's hellhounds. Before you can even think of a way out, one of the hellhounds charges at you. But with adrenaline pumping through your veins, you dodge and maneuver your way away from these demon dogs and go for the only exit you can fathom, the window. As you exit the window, not even the hellhounds dare pursue you as you hug the ledge of the castle. Where will you go? This question, however, is quickly answered as your feet slip and you plummet down below. But even with what felt an unescapable curse of the night, luck saves you as you fall into a stream of water down below. You are free at last. Or are you? What transpires throughout the rest of Robert Eggers' Nosferatu is pure terror and pure thrill, with the most powerful and attention-grabbing performances that I can still vividly see and hear if I think hard enough. They were delivered in such a way that is so reminiscent of theater, yet you don't lose immersion even in the very stylized dialogue, much like a Tarantino movie. These performances are delivered by a truly stacked cast, the best performances obviously being given by Lily Rose Depp for her character Ellen Hutter, who goes through an insurmountable amount of pain through possessions and heartbreak, and complete mental and spiritual breakdowns caused by the turmoil surrounding Nosferatu's obsession for her. although some of these scenes definitely have you wondering if she really wants Nosferatu to be dealt with, if you know what I mean. Also, does it make me weird that I found her attractive throughout this entire movie, even during that scene? Nicholas Hoult delivers his performance as Thomas Hutter, who suffers a first-hand encounter with Nosferatu himself, and throughout this movie has to not only endure Nosferatu's antics to get to his wife, but also has to compete with what Ellen describes as some pretty fire demonic boom boom shaka what that Nosferatu be laying down in the night when everybody's sleeping. Bill Skarsgård, who famously played Pennywise the Clown, brings over that same terrifying uneasiness from that role into Nosferatu and gives a bone-chilling masterclass performance. Truly, truly gorgeous yet sinister acting, and I cannot stop speaking like Nosferatu randomly throughout the day. Not to forget the special performances delivered by our supporting cast, characters like the madman scientist and Willem Dafoe's character Albin Eberhard von Franz. Nice to see Willem playing the most strangest characters in Edgar's filmography. Also, the supportive yet confused friend in Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, Friedrich Harding, accompanied by his wife Anna Harding, played by the talented Emma Corrin. And don't worry, I didn't forget you, Ralph Ineson, who I think looks like Shane Madej from The Watcher. Everything down to the set design and wardrobe absolutely immersed me into this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous movie. I know a lot of people got a bad impression from me from my Anora video, but I do promise you I have a heart, and my heart was delighted to sit down and watch this delicious piece of cinema. I give this movie a 9 out of 10. This film deserves all the praise it gets, and Robert Eggers continues to show that he should be allowed to direct anything he brings to the studios. I don't care if he has a twist on the Teletubbies he wants to direct. Give that man the keys to your funding. Stay tuned for the next Oculophoric Okie Vision video program. Join the Okie Vision Club and hit the sub, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.
Oh my God! What is that?